9 games in, already 8 points clear atop the league on table. Champions PSG have started life under Thomas Tuchel in record fashion. While Rabiot returns at center mid to partner Verratti. Christopher Nkunku potentially at right back. That means Moussa Konaté is dropped from the starting 11 and Saman Ghoddos moves from the wing to
time greats in the next few years, and we get the privilege of watching them right here today again.
Wears the captain's armband today in the absence of Thiago Silva. Well, it is Prince Guano who captains Amiens.
Changed back 4 and maybe cause PSG some problems.
Well, we saw the bench there momentarily for Amiens. It does include Moussa, the first of a 3-game suspension. False start. An honorary first Visage. Was Adenon to clear the danger. Ghoddos. Well, first touch from Amiens.
And White rather in their own half, trying to deny PSG space, which probably is the right way to go. You don't want to go.
Verratti. Bernat. Well, fancy footwork from the Spaniard, blazing a trail forward, leaves it for Cavani.
Playing the speed, the way they run at you, they're looking for the 1-2. Keeper doing well. Gertner coming
early on. All flicked in, looking for Cavani, finding the Matador, but taken away by Prince. Verratti, Mbappe, flick to the wide area. Di Maria trying to take it on the volley.
In the top starting lineup, just doesn't quite catch that one. Yeah, just takes his eye for the last moment.
And that was not included. The trip to Saudi Arabia. Ball threaded through nicely for Ghoddos, but offside. Just a step too soon. The overlap is on for Dibasi. Has space for the cross. Dibasi swung back in toward the penalty spot. Was intended to go twice as far. Yeah. So that gives you a sense of how much power Mbappe put behind it.
Yeah, El Hadjim just
instead of the roll, which is what's most important.
Very true.
All flung forward, looking for Di Maria.
Light beating, and you still turn up, you still support your team. Well done.
What a ball by Marquinhos to find Di Maria. Swung back into the area, back post, won't reach.
Marquinhos just wondering if he could have done more with this, Di Maria. His first touch isn't good, you see, that's the problem. They've got cover on the wings, they've got cover in defense. I mean, it's a completely different...
That piece now for Amiens and Saman Ghoddos. Floated into the edge of the box. Prince. Here's Cavani. Has Di Maria in support. Cavani against Prince. Di Maria struck it as it came.
On the way, did the keeper get a touch on it? So many blue shirts forward in this situation. So many
in swinger near post, and it's in. It's Marquinhos with the captain's armband. Breaks the deadlock for Paris. It's PSG 1, Amiens 0. It doesn't matter where you play him, he'll make an impact.
Fantastic goal there, brilliant header, but from a set piece, Amiens, so one place you should be able to stop Paris. You can't stop them in free flow.
But rather triangulating out of the back with the goalkeeper to create space in the opposition's half. All played forward in the stride for Ghoddos. Bumped off the ball by Mbappe. So quick as he turns, brought down by Monconduit.
Making it more difficult for the keeper.
Di Maria slams into the wall.
A difficult start like Bernat as you see this
great ball
through.
For Mbappe to the area. Gertner off his line, and pressure from Paris, and they found Mbappe with Di Maria in support. There's Mbappe flying forward.
There, he just turns and he goes, and there opens up the afterburners. And their posts are struggling to even stay PSG because they've totally dominated.
Shade under 70. Here's Di Maria at the edge of the box. Di Maria pulls it back.
But Di Maria once again threatening, as he does, but so many options again for Paris. Players they can pick out on the...
The Colombian couldn't settle. There's El Hadjim, touches it down for Ganso. Quick reaction from the Brazilian.
A really tough US, UCL game that you're playing. Let's get into good habits.
Played into stride for Mbappe, muscling his marker off the ball. Flick back into the middle. Acto Otero. Tangle of the legs. It'll be whistled as if... Floated in. It's Rabiot who heads it away. El Hadjim trying to track it down and handball.
You would have thought that if anyone's going to score from a set piece, it would be Amiens instead.
Draxler. Bernat again flying forward. Ball delivered into the 6, and Gertner knocks it down, cleared away by Ghoddos. Plenty of touches for the Iranian international. Dangerous cross in, but plenty of Bernat. Floated into the box, dealt with by Prince. Draxler switches flanks to find Nkunku inside of the area. Nkunku chip toward the back post. Draxler.
Ball in. The chip just gives defenders time to attack the ball. Have a look here. Could you drive it in? Instead, the chip.
Part of this match from a corner kick that was crossed in, but all the others have been short. This one from distance, Kara off.
Directly, then why would you try and take a short one from the next corner? Why not do the same thing again and say, well, maybe we can catch them out?
Nice work in tight spaces, and finally Brani at the near post, Marquinhos at the back. It's delivered to the near post. Oh, there was just...
Could be a threat from a set piece.
Di Maria delivers near post. Cavani on target, slapped away by Gertner. The Copa Libertadores winner. Flighted in by Kraft, took a deflection. Nkunku gets it out of danger. Simon Kundui, bit of a soft pass, but it's found Otero in a bit of space. Otero for Goros. On his right, Goros fires, but he is denied.
Opportunity here to have played it right. Yeah, player there saying, hang on a second, what about me? I'll spend it. So he can't perform yet, but I'm sure as soon as he's fit, he'll slot in.
Here's Bernat forward for Mbappe into the area. Mbappe closed off by Adenon.
Set pieces.
Great switch by Di Maria, and Nkunku sends it back. And it's out for a PSG.
In front to stop that ball getting in. Cavani trying to get across the defender, can't quite make it. It's always a danger ahead.
Not play this one short. Di Maria driven in near post, and they've done it again. 2-0 to Paris, a carbon copy. This time it's Rabiot to double the lead.
I was only joking when I remember what happened last time. Come on, Amiens, you've got to pick up a set piece is better than that, but give Rabiot credit. He runs in, he loses legs in that Amiens dressing room at half-time.
Back to Bernat from Di Maria. Quickly in, looking for...
Oh, no, probably was too relaxed, probably took it too easy.
Last surge from Amiens, looking to half the deficit. Kraft always sailing over the bar. Not to start the season, the first club to do that in the French top flight, and looking to make it a perfect 10 today as they lead Amiens 2-0 at the break. Home at the Stade de la Licorne, and twice they found the answers. That answer is on the bench today. Moussa Konaté scored both equalizers in that tour to replace him. And that will be the only substitution for the start of the second half. Kicks in the second half, ball squared in by El Hadjem. Traced down by Monkundui. There's the first shot on target for the visitors, followed up by Goros and Dinam.
A header from a set piece. Amiens have suffered from this twice. There's the save.
Not under any real pressure when they receive the ball, Paris. They had time to bring it down, look around, consider their options. Mbappe. If you look at his feet, you just see a blur. Yep. And the battle between the last two World Cup winners. Di Maria sends it in to the edge of the 6, and it just squirts out past the back from Sevilla. Atletico Madrid with 15 points can climb into first place before Barcelona's young. Threaded through nicely by Di Maria, but Draxler won't get there. 2-2 draw in May.
It's easy. Buffon's just watching. Not quite sure why he's shaking his head.
Shake of the head.
Yeah. But, you know, do you not push forward?
To his right. Otero sliding in, Kara, and a fair shot. Astierra alongside Mbappe there. Last left it for Mbappe. Oh. Lovely turn. Cavani trying to get it back. Corner.
What did Mbappe do? Have a look here as he gets the ball. He drags it back. Whoop. Round past two players. Nearly gets
time. Swung into the near post and punched away by Gertner. To find Mbappe. Still Mbappe. Cavani for Di Maria, and Cavani.
Quiet word, which managers do more and more these days.
Meanwhile, here's Cavani. Plenty of power.
I mean, this is Di Maria resting his legs, or getting his legs rested for him by the coach before European Champions League action midweek. And he gets plenty of the set pieces.
Mbappe gets into the wide area of the 18, and Nkunku will try season in Paris in their first meeting of the campaign. 2-2 in the reverse. The other two games were 2-0 and into attack here, Adrien Rabiot. Cavani makes the run, played into space for the Matador. It's Cavani looking for the third. Some goals in this. 3 goals on this season for Moussa Konaté, the 25-year-old. Through ball from Draxler for Bernat. One-time cross back to the edge of the box, looking for Cavani, empty goal, and it's in the back of the net. Drexler, who started it, finishes. It's Paris 3, Amiens 0.
At last the goal has come from PSG. It's been a quieter second half, but a decent ball in. Drexler starts with 10 games.
Amiens will make their third and final substitution. It's the end of the outing for Eddie Naore. He'll be replaced by Alanat. Touched by Diaby. Now Mbappe fires. Mbappe makes it 4. Creates a goal out of nothing. He is electrifying. Paris 4, Amiens 0. And Kylian Mbappe just can't stop scoring. A poker before the international break, and he picks up where he left it.
He needs to maybe just fine-tune one or two of those skills, improve a little wherever he can. The right winger.
Look how high up he is now. Here's Diaby onto his right. Diaby to make it 5 for Paris. Second Ligue 1 goal of the season for Moussa Diaby, and PSG, for the second Ligue 1 game in a row, have put 5 on the board.
Wow, it's all come in the last.
Lucy.